And here we go. The season about to start. The fans are ready. The officials are in the middle of the field. Georgia and Alabama. What a series between these clubs over the last several years. Alabama dominating early in the series, but the last few years they've sort of gone back when they've had an opportunity to meet. Well, Larry Munson is standing by, and we're just about set to go. So to tell you all about it, the legendary voice of the Georgia Bulldogs, back for the 1985 season, Larry Munson.
All right, thank you, Phil. And in the heat and humidity here tonight, no threat of rain anywhere, but it is muggy still. Nice and clear, however, for the opening of the season. And get the picture as Alabama gets ready to kick off. They did not want it after they won the toss. They'll be all in white. White tops, white bottoms. Maroon numbers. And, of course, the Dogs, when they break away from the sidelines, there's still a few seconds from that, will be in the red. With the red tops and the red helmets, white trim, and, of course, the gray pants. The officials have broken off now. National television here. Some of the students, by the way, did not pick up their tickets. You got a hole up in one corner of maybe 2,000 seats. Van Tiffin will be kicking off for the University of Alabama. Tron Jackson is one of the deep men, and Lane might be the other. Bobby Moss will be the other one. Jackson and Moss are the deep men. Mangrum is up in the middle on the 15. Alabama and Georgia. Tiffin will kick off. Dogs waiting, Alabama waiting, and of course the wait is for you-know-what, television, who at the moment is doing a live sideline shot with some announcer down below. A lot of question marks on these two football teams. Phil mentioned them. We may have earlier. We're both really concerned about the kicking game, for instance. And depth, boy, is depth a question. All right, and the crowd gets a little more noise to it, and Van Tiffin kicks short. High, short. Going to be taken on the 9. Tron Jackson to the 15 to the 20. Trying to get outside and got hit as he went to the far side and didn't even get to the 20. He went down on the 18. Todd Richardson on the kick covering team, and there's a yellow flag down. 15-yarder and a break for the Dogs from the 18 out to about the 33. Again, let me remind you, it's a very, very hot, muggy night. Reserves are really going to mean something in the second half. They're down 4.5.
Well, Larry, we're going to see a lot of traps tonight. That's Alabama's specialty. They'll trap you anywhere from 12 to 15 times a game. And in the Auburn game, they ran 26 traps, so they do that extremely well.
Alabama's third down, 4.5. Sitting on the Dogs, 23. They have to go to about the 18.5. In other words, just across the 19. Shula going to take it and drop back to throw. Plenty of time. And over the middle. Intercepted by Black on the 7. Black to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and out of bounds. There is a flag down back on the 21-yard line, and that might take a little bit out of it. Black intercepted a ball that was not thrown perfectly true, but check a penalty here now and see what it did. Tony Black of Greensboro, North Carolina, with a very crucial, fatal interception. Now let's check the penalty.
Well, we're still waiting on the penalty.
Apparently a clip, I think, Phil, and instead of being up around the 34, we'll have a penalty against Georgia. Timeout here. They're down 3 or 3.5 for Alabama on the Georgia 16. Split backs, regular pro set, 2 wideouts. One of the wideouts coming into motion, and Shula coming back. Shula looking and going long, and there he is. Touchdown in the corner. He hit Al Bell, the flanker, who was about 4 yards open down in the right corner. He ran straight at the defensive back and then cut to the right side of the end zone. It was wide open, and Alabama has struck first, 6-0. So the Tide will be trying the extra point. Van Tiffin will be the kicker. They, like the Dogs, are looking for a new kicking game. Alabama on third down, 3.5. Went 16 yards and a touchdown. Tiffin to try the extra point. Georgia's got 10 on the line and 9 on the line, and the kick is up. The kick is good. Alabama leading 7-0. Second and 10. The Dogs in the 30, trailing 7-0. Jackson pitching out to Tate, who cuts in for 5. 10, 11 yards, first down on the 41 or 2. Lars Tate running hard. Rory Turner, a safety man, was the guy that knocked it down. Give him 12. He got to the 42. Georgia trailing 7-0, getting late in the half. 4 minutes now. Ties in a 5-2. Jackson dropping back. Jackson going to throw a long bomb to Hockaday down the middle, complete. All the way to the 24. Hockaday got hit in the air at the 26. Rory Turner, the safety man, hit him. 40 yards exactly to the Alabama 24. Little Jackson to big lanky Hockaday, the kid out of Nashville, Tennessee. Lauren, what do you got? 4th and 8. Ball's going to be held on the 27. Carpenter, the punter, is going to hold it. Alabama loads in from the right, and Crumley puts it up. It's going to be kind of close, and it's good. Flag down. Wait a minute. Watch the flag down. Let's see if something happened back here where they held the ball. Hang on. Watch the flag down and see. What did we have? It had been 4th and 8. Crumley stuck it in, and it barely got there, but it got there. Who's the penalty on? Georgia offensive lineman Kim Stevens, the first man to talk to the official. Now what do we got? Lauren, what do you got?
Chris Carpenter was asked by the coaches to find out whether or not there would be a first down. If it was a first down, I suppose that the Georgia coaches might go for it. The coach really had not made a decision, but what they wanted to find out was whether or not it was a first down. Since it's not, the points will stay on the board, 7-3 Alabama.
4th down, 7. Dogs have to punt. Tied as Greg Richardson, the deep man. The snap to young Carpenter. The kick long. Boy, did he get his foot in that. Inside the 30, down to the 26. Richardson coming to the right. Straight ahead of the 30 to the 35. He broke out. 45-50, 45-40. David McCluskey going to get him and roll him out. Down around the Georgia 35. And now there's a little shoving on the far sideline. Greg Richardson on a great Carpenter kick about 60 yards in the air. And boy, he burst up the middle, and Alabama ran that kick all the way back to Georgia's 36-yard line. Lauren, what do you got?
Got a lot of hard knocking down here, Larry. Both teams are really going at it. That Georgia defense is really passing some licks. They're giving those backs from Alabama, in that series at least, something to remember them by, and I'm sure they'll realize they've been on a tough football game tomorrow. Now we're all set for the Alabama field goal.
Abney to hole, Van Tippen to try. A 48-yarder from the 38-yard line. And it's set down, and the kick is going to be quite close. It is good. He stuck it in there, and he had some to spare. He got a little close maybe to the left side of the bar, but Alabama leads 10-3. About 70 and a half.
It is still 10-3, and when Tiffin's kick took off, you could kind of tell that it just wasn't going to get there. He was off to the right, but it just didn't have the look like it was going anyplace when it took off. And now Georgia with good field position for them in this ballgame.
Worley and McCluskey are the backs. Lane and Osborne slided to the left. Little James Jackson pitched it, and we fumbled it, and Alabama picked it up. The pitch was not good.
Cornelius Bennett was the man on the ground that scooped it up.
Big Bennett, the linebacker. The Dogs pitched it poorly from the quarterback to the running back. It bounced up, and the Tide got another big break. There was no tackle or anything of that kind to force that. It was just a bad pitch. So the ball's in the 28, and Alabama still in control of things, and now again they are very, very close. Black is out. Tiffin will try another field goal for the Tide. This one's a little bit closer, however. It's only 41. He just missed a 47. He's hit a 48, and the kick is up. It looks all right. It's pretty strong, and the kick is good. So it's 13-3. But again now, we might be facing one of the better defensive teams in the whole conference. It's shy about a foot of a first down. Their defense has been a smothering thing tonight. Lauren, what do you got?
Larry, after the measurement, the coaches got to see what they lack. It's a half yard, and I think that was the reason they have now decided to go for it. With a half yard, they feel the percentage is there.
The Dogs decide to gamble, and the stadium likes it. 4th down, a half yard. Georgia on their own 33. Getting a little late, 6:56, and now less than that. Dogs walk up to the line. A power eye. 3 backs. two tight end. Look at Alabama in a 5-5. In a 5-5. And they pitch it. And Tate was running hard, and they hit him on the 34.5. He may have made it 4.5 inches. Boy, was Tate trying to go at left guard and left tackle, and the Alabama defensive line broke it down, but we got a yard almost. It's a first down. We're in an I. Wayne Johnson, one fake. Back to throw. Hard down the middle. Complete to the Alabama 47. Herman Archie, a fine catch, sliding on his hip. And they got 19 yards. First down. One man short, one man wide, and Wayne Johnson looking to throw. Dumps it across the line to Hockaday to 43. Hockaday to the 40 to the 36. The Dogs ran a new pattern. They delayed with one of the receivers and broke him late. And they picked up 12 yards on the play. Thomas, the safety man, and the Rockwell linebacker hit him. Slot left. Only one running back this time, McCluskey. They have three wideouts. Back to throw, Wayne Johnson. He's looking down the middle. And it is a great catch. Passes Osborne reaching on the 10.5. Johnson hit him, and Osborne had to really jump for a 20-yarder. Vernon Wilkinson, a cornerback, covering him. And the Dogs, with the clock running against them, 4:44 are on the 10.5.
A nice read by Johnson because Lane was lined up on the right side. Lane had almost 2.5 players on him, close to triple coverage. Johnson stood in there, saw Osborne coming across the middle.
On the 10.5, but 10 down. Johnson back to throw, going to the right side. Touchdown! Hockaday! When he hit him, Bill, you don't suppose we're seeing the birth of the Brigham Young of the South, do you? We may call time here and go looking for 2 points.
All right, now you can figure the significance of this 2-point try, what it does to the ball game if you make it or if you miss. Either way, tremendous significance.
We're in a power I thing. Henderson is in there. Now we've gone to a single back and three wideouts, and they run Keith Henderson in motion. And Wayne Johnson sprints right and throws in off his hands, incomplete. He led him too much. Henderson got open a step and a half. The pass was a little too high. It hit both of his hands as Keith Henderson, the young freshman, dove. It hit both hands, went incomplete.
And now Georgia will get the ball with under a minute. So the pressure is really on. Vince Dooley walking up and down the sidelines right now.
You can't talk about a 2-minute offense because we can't stop the clock anyway. You know,
that's right.
Without going sideline stuff and out-of-bounds stuff.
Everybody's out of timeouts in this ball game. It is 13-9, and now Alabama's set to punt.
So their kicker, Chris Moore, freshman, 6'4", 195, Thompson, Georgia, who's really done a fine job tonight. Georgia has 7 men on the line, and they will only rush 6. And they blocked it. It's rolling. It's rolling. The 8, the 5, the 6. It's in the end zone. Touchdown! 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 Touchdown!
But Georgia has taken the lead.
Bill, I think Terry Webster, a young linebacker, blocked it, and Craig Waters fell on it in the end zone. We're trying to find out for sure. Maybe Warren can get on that for sure.
Yeah, it was number 86 who...
Was it Ruff? Calvin Ruff on the ball in the end zone?
Ruff was the man who came up with the ball, but he didn't block it.
No, Webster, I think, blocked it. Calvin Ruff was the one.
Now we had 2 flags down on the play, but that hasn't been...
Now that'll be on a kick kickoff. Georgia kept piling on after the touchdown. Here's the extra point, and the kick is good. It's 16-13. You can't believe this. All of a sudden, they blocked the punt, and they had a return on, but they blocked the punt. 16-13, and do you realize how many people left this stadium? Alabama has flown down the field better than 60 yards, close to it. Here they are in a pro set. They run a man in motion. Bell off to the right. Shula coming back. Shula over the middle. Touchdown! One unbelievable turn to the other. He was so open, there was nobody there. He hit Al Bell wide open with 15 seconds to play. Alabama has just now come 71 yards from their 29 all the way down to break the Dogs' heart.